thanks for giving us this forum. I wish you all the best of luck in your project. And TNPers, supporting poor man, I'm all for that. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. I got another. Can you take a few more calls? Are you okay?
Yeah, we love the callers. Bring them.
Okay. All right. Let's see. This is Eric. Are you on there?
I am here.
All right, Eric. Speak up a little bit. You're how old?
I'm 30.
30 from what city?
I live in Durham, North Carolina.
Durham, North Carolina?
Yeah.
You're 30. That means you're a year older than me. I just turned 29.
Try 59. No, 69.
Go
Oh, yeah, I can see your face now, poor man.
Yeah.
Maybe you are 29. A 29-year-old that's done some hard living.
Back when I used to do drugs, man, it just aged me really quickly. Anyway, go ahead, man, Eric. Forget my comments. Go for it.
Not a problem. I have two questions. One is, actually, I have a cousin that's about to graduate from boot camp, and I was thinking about getting him some presents. One, and I've got a lot of mixed reactions from a couple people in the military. All the way from, I talked to one guy who was a colonel, all the way down to a lieutenant, and got a lot of different answers. I was thinking of getting him either a charge, the titanium charge. Here, this is for everyday use, hope you use it every day. And then a cold steel Recon Tanto. So, this I hope you never use. I wouldn't know what you think about that. And what are your opinions on open carry? How you think, do you recommend it? Do you think people should not do it? The general public's reaction, you think that makes people more of a target? And that's it.
Cool. Okay, let me repeat it for my camera, and so everyone heard. He's getting ready to graduate from boot camp. He was asking about a multi-tool. Is a charge, I hope I understood this right, a charge TI is a good choice. Also, he's looking at a cold steel Recon Tanto blade. And then lastly, he says, hey, are you for open carry for citizens? First off, multi-tool. My absolute favorite multi-tool, has not changed, is the Leatherman Charge TTI or the Charge AL. Any of the Charge series, they're just outstanding. They have so many tools on them. They're compact. They're relatively lightweight. They got hard wire cutters. They take removable bits. You see me Duracoat that one. It's just amazing. I love the Charge. It is, however, about 8.5 ounces. For my everyday carry multi-tool, and you'll see this in my ROL EDC carry vid, more Chinese for point in there. But it is the Charge Juice. I'm not Juice. I'm sorry, the Leatherman Juice. I love that one, S2 specifically. What you need to ask yourself is, can you take an 8-ounce multi-tool with you in your loadout? I'm not sure what your specialty is. If you're going in infantry or anywhere where you'll be wearing armor plates and vests and ammo, then every ounce counts. But I think if you take the Charge TTI or another multi-tool similar to it, you will be the hero within your platoon, because you're going to find a lot of instances where that will save the day. You asked about the cold steel Recon Tanto blade. Great choice. A little bit on the heavy side. Watch my review. I talk about all the considerations of that knife. Great hard-use knife, though, but there's a lot of options in there. I think one of the best all-around folding knives for my soldier buddies that's lightweight, ultra-fast, really strong is a Benchmade 940. I love that knife, and it's going to be more money than your cold steel Recon Tanto or Clip Blade, whichever one you want to go with. Great knife, though. Look at my best tactical folding knives playlist there, dude, and you'll see more options. I keep all those videos in there, access to my channel page, and that'll give you some more. But I like the way you're thinking, and both options are good. Just be advised that that cold steel knife's heavy. It's heavy. And then lastly, open carry. I generally don't advocate open carry, and here's why. It's not that I'm politically against it. I think it's fine, walking around with your gun strapped to your hip. However, most guys that I know that like open carry kind of define themselves as a gun owner. Or they like people knowing that they have a gun, that it's kind of an ego trip with them. That they're like, hey, look at me, I got a gun, I'm really cool. That's not why we should be carrying guns. It's completely opposite. In fact, as a concealed carry permit holder, instead of being aggressive, you are more demure. You are more apt to avoid any type of confrontation. Some guys might even turn you a pussy. But that's that's what it might take. When you are carrying a gun on your person as a civilian, you better be very responsible. You better defuse any situation that comes your way, because the courts will hold you liable for that. So, and also guys that want to strap the gun to their hip, walk around, I'm not against it, but generally I find that maybe the ego comes into it, and that's not a pure motive to carry a gun. But here's the real reason I'm against it. As a concealed carry permit holder, surprise. And that is the way you're going to be affected. Most civilians are not going to be that proficient with their gun. Okay, they're just not going to spend that much time with it. So under stress, and let's say it's a bank robbery, and the guy decides that, you know what, I don't think I'm going to make it out of this bank today. I think I'm going to start shooting people so I can tell the police I'm serious. What do you know? There's a concealed carry permit holder in that group, and he or she, hear that, or she has a gun on their person hidden. The bad guy does not know about it, and the last thing he expects is this. Good guy draws down on the bad guy, ends the situation. Surprise is your biggest friend. Therefore, I advocate concealing your arm as a civilian. I don't recommend carrying it out in the open. You're asking for it. You may have it taken away from you by someone who's stronger, faster, smarter, willing to surprise you at an inopportune moment. Cops and law enforcement officers train extensively in weapon retention techniques, how to keep it in your holster when you're wrestling, and even them, trained dudes get their guns taken away from them and get shot with their own guns. Cops all the time. Are you that good? Do you have that much training? Probably not. So hide it. There you go.
Okay, hey, by the way, go ahead, Tactical Doodle.
To answer the question in a non-roundabout way, I personally would take the charge TI, because you can use that. You know, I mean, getting a knife is cool. Oh, friend. Getting a knife is cool, and, you know, it's a weapon, but I would see more use for the TI. It's one of those, oh, cool, thanks. You know, a Swiss Army knife. But as you use it, you'll find the value in it as time wears on. You know, some people may have a knife and for whatever reason may not be able to use it in theater. It just becomes a shiny thing to keep under their cot at night. And open carry, just a caveat to that so we don't get a bunch of hate mail. Not all you guys are egotists. Some of you are trying to send a message that it's perfectly within your rights. You know, cool on you.
And that's a good point, in that I understood the caller's question is, hey, I want both of these. Can I take them? And I'm kind of thinking that for that large folding knife, he wanted a defensive blade on his person. I may have misunderstood that. But that's a good point. If a soldier comes to me and says, if I were to choose one piece of multi-tool / knife to have on my LBE or load-bearing equipment, what would it be? Charge, TTI. And there's some other good multi-tools out there, too. I don't want to offend, like, the SAW guys or the Swiss Army guys. Those are good, too. But a good full-size multi-tool, especially on that charge, that blade is full-size. It's made of 154 cm steel. It's got a serrated rescue cutter. It has pretty much all the utility blades you need. And, yeah, like you said, it's not a defensive blade, but utility, it has it in spades. Yeah. It's great. A Swiss Army knife or a multi-tool is going to be your most used blade out of your tactical web gear.
By the way, poor man, tell NutnFancy it's Ivan from Chicago, fellow TNPer, that told him about the Saddam rifle. And when we come back, are we ready for commercials, Alex? Hopefully we'll get them right this time. Somebody wants to know in the chat room what NutnFancy thinks of President Obama. So don't give your answer now. We'll find out right after this.
Roger that.
Where's the commercial? Oh, they're on? Cool.